In this video, we're using the crab pots, lure fishing for pollock, foraging for big mussels, and pick up a few cockles too. We got some snow overnight, so in the second half of the video, the place is looking even more beautiful than it usually does. Welcome back to the channel. Me and Lana are just heading to try a new spot. It's quite far from the road, but it's a beautiful morning for a wee walk anyway. It's a bit frosty, so Lana's got her jacket on. Almost at the coast now. We just bumped some deer, so I'll put the drone up and try and get some footage of them before they disappear. They just went over that ridge there. Hopefully they're just sitting on the other side and I can get some footage. And then I'll swing the drone round and show you the fishing spot as well while I've got it up. We're just about at the mark now. I'm just hoping there's a way for us to get right down to the water's edge and it's not too steep for Lana. It did look like on the satellite images that there was a way to get down, but it's always hard to tell when you're just looking from above. We've got Lana all set up there. You nice and comfy, pal? And I'm going to start with a really big metal lure. That's 100 grams and I'm using my heavy rod just because it is pretty deep. But if I find that I'm getting takes close in, I'll switch over to a lighter rod. I've got my two other rods with me as well. I've got the really light one and the kind of medium weight. So if we're hooking fish close in, I'll swap over, but I do want to cover some distance and get down deep, so I'm going heavy first. No luck on the heavy setup with the big lures, so I've changed to a much smaller 40 gram metal on my medium weight rod. Hey, finally hooked something. It's not massive, but it might be a keeper. Oh, it's putting up a fight now though. Doesn't like coming to the surface. There we go. That took a lot longer than I expected. A little rock pool there. Well, it is big enough to keep, so I will keep that for doing a little catch and cook. Lana's happy. She knows she's getting a pie. Pie's a bit big, so we're going to share this one. I'm keeping the big half. That's still plenty. There you go. Oh, you're dropping all the meat. Here, bud. The half for me as well. I normally wouldn't keep a fish that size and I would try and get a bigger one, but It has been pretty tough going, and I'm not sure we're going to get any more. Hopefully we do. If I do get a big one, I'm going to keep that as well, because I've not got any fish in the freezer at home, so I might as well stock up if we're going to get a few fish. I fished a while longer at the first spot, then tried a little further towards the bay, but didn't hook anything else. So I went over the hill to a more familiar spot, and we had instant success. I've moved to a different spot. We weren't really getting any fish round there. I've changed back to the heavy setup. Decent fish. There's big kelpie ledges at this spot, so I was really trying to get the fish to the surface quickly. I knew I was keeping this fish, so I didn't bother with the net and just pulled it up onto the rocks. That's more like it. That's a much better fish. That's usually the size, that size and bigger, that I like to keep. But I wasn't sure we were going to get any fish at all, so I kept that smaller one earlier on. And that was the first cast at this new spot. Well, this is an old spot, it's one of my favourites. I just felt like trying somewhere new today. But new spots don't always work out. It's always exciting though, trying a new place. Much better fish than that one. Still well above legal limit, but that's usually that size and bigger that I like to keep. We've no more pies! We've no more pies! We'll have to get you a treat on the way home. Eh? No! No, there's no pies in the bag. You just have a wee seat, pal. Just give me half an hour. Half an hour and then we'll go. Good girl. I probably should have started at this spot, because I hooked up again on the very next cast. Another good fish! Oh! I think this is even bigger. Ah, I lost them. There wasn't much time left, but I did manage to catch another few small fish before we had to go home. We'll get him back. Well, it wasn't easy, but we got some fish. So I'll see you tomorrow when I pull up the pots, and hopefully we've got a big crab as well. And there's a chance of snow overnight as well, so that might be a nice snowy catch and cook. We got loads of snow overnight, nearly a foot up at the house, but there was a bit less down at the coast. That's Rue Lighthouse over there. I fished this area last week and found a massive dead crab, So this is where I chose to set the pots. It's the snow just starting again. You can see a wall of snow coming to me over the sea. I think it was quite rough the last couple of days, so I'm hoping the ropes aren't tangled up and we get the pots back. This area is quite sheltered though, so it should be okay. I'm glad there's not much snow down here, so it would be quite dodgy walking over these rocks with all the cracks if I couldn't see them. Loads in here, but they're all too small. But that's a great number of crabs. Just a pity that none are big enough. And it looks like they've managed to bust open that cage that I've made. So I'll have to do a stronger version the next time. It's a shame it wasn't just 1 or 2 big ones instead of 7 little ones. That's the smallest one. I think he's been getting bullied off the bigger crabs and lost his pincers. They'll regrow next time he sheds his shell. That's a better size, but again, well under the legal limit. There's a male that's lost a pincer previously and grown it back. So everything they lose, they'll grow back eventually. Another undersized male. This one's a lot softer, so he must have shed fairly recently. He's just starting to harden up. The softer ones aren't the best for eating either, so even if that one was big enough, I probably would have put it back. Unfortunately, no keepers, but that's fishing. You never know what you're going to get. Oh, got some spiny starfish. And a sea scorpion. He is still alive, so I'll get him back in quick. They're such a cool looking fish though. I'll show him off for a little bit first. I'll go down a little bit lower to pop him back. He does seem pretty tired though, but he's definitely still alive. He swam away straight away, that's good. Another big spiny starfish. And we have got a couple of crabs in here. They're just small velvet swimming crabs though. That one's a decent size, but if I've only got the one. Oh, she's got eggs as well actually. That's a female. You can see that apron, the triangle flap on the bottom is much bigger. And it's also full of eggs, so definitely get her back in. Still got plenty of bait in this one, so I'm going to reset it and we'll pull this in next week's video. No keepers in the pots, so we headed to a different spot for some foraging. It's a lot more snow now we're away from the coast. Up at the house there was like a 2.5 foot drift up against my front door this morning. I've just stopped here because it's one of the most beautiful spots in the area, and it looks even better in the snow. So I just thought I'd stop and show it off. Not a bad view. Right, well, we're going to get some mussels. Come on, let's go. That's us at the beach, and again there's not much snow at this part of the coast. Obviously there's none here because the tides just went out, but there's just a dusting on the hills really. We're after mussels, but if I see a couple of cockles I might take a couple because I do like them. There's one, but it's a little bit small. I'll take a couple of big ones if I see them. I'm not going to put much effort into looking for the cockles though. I'm going to get some mussels though, definitely. It's a much bigger one. I'll maybe just take 4 or 5, but I'm going to take a decent amount of mussels. There's another big one. Now this is much easier than when I filmed the cockle video. There was hardly any on the surface. There's loads today. A lot of small ones. But we are getting a few big ones as well. A lot more on this rock. Really densely packed, but they're all pretty small. It's good to see so many though. Just need to find some big ones. Some better sized ones here. There's quite a few here. I'm just going to take the ones from the edge. Because if you see this hairy thing, that's their beard, and that's what they attach themselves to the rock with. And they all kind of link together, so if you go and start pulling them out the middle, it can weaken the grip that the other ones have. Oh, that's the hail. Hail's just started falling. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But I'm just going to pick bigger ones from outside of the clusters, so that I'm not weakening all the other ones. There's one on its own. But if you're picking mussels or taking anything from the sea, just take what you need and try and think about not doing too much damage to what you're leaving behind. There's quite a lot hiding under the weed here. There's some quite big ones. I'm not going to get that big one off without taking the other ones off though, so I'll just leave those. A lot of small ones here, but there's 2 big ones that are worth taking. Birds diving over there. Probably eating sand eels that are up in the shallows. Some beauties on this rock. It's an absolute cracker, that one. And just take a couple. Some other nice ones on this rock as well. That's even bigger. That'll do it. Just take a couple from each spot. I think 2 more should be plenty. I think I've got about maybe a dozen or 15. Just one or two more will do. I'll just pick the biggest ones I can find. Let's see, we'll just take the biggest one. I'll try and stop the other ones from coming loose. Quite a lot of barnacles on it. Well, it's a good size. I think that'll probably do. Got a good amount of big ones and a couple of cockles as well. Another good one. One more cockle. Hopefully we get one more on the walk back. There we go. I think that's has got 4 cockles now and about 15 or 16 mussels. That's plenty. A pity we didn't manage to get a big crab and we only got small ones again. No crab, but we did have plenty for a nice meal. I can get the mussels and stuff on soon, and then while that's cooking the flames will die down and I can get the fish on. I've just got salted water in there just now and just let it heat up, and then I'll get the shellfish in. And I've got the fish filleted and it's just about covered in snow already. Just in a minute. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's really coming down now. Boiling now. Put the mussels in. And some cockles. I might have a bit much water in there. I'm hoping it doesn't boil over and put the fire out. I can quickly pull it off, hopefully, if it's going to. It's just starting to boil over there. Caught it just in time. A little bit of water made it onto the fire, but not too much. I should have put much less water in. I didn't account for the shellfish going in and raising the level. They're just starting to open, so won't be long at all. Right, I think they're done. Oh, cockles have escaped the shell. Ah! It's smoking my eye and dropped it. Saved the mussel. I think that cockle shell is empty. Floating about in here somewhere. There it is. Right, I'm going to put the camera down and fill up the bowl. Some of the really big ones are still needing a bit of time. We'll get stuck into these ones just now while they're hot. Beautiful. A little bit of a beard still on that one. I tried to get it all off before I cooked them, but there's usually a wee bit that stays on. Oh, they're so good. It's probably my favourite seafood. Apart from prawns. But mussels are so good when they're fresh like this. Get these cockles. Oh, just use my fingers. They're so good. They've got a nice sweetness to them. Get the rest of these mussels out. There we go, nice steaming bowl of mussels. I don't know if you notice, some of them are different colours. I can't remember what's what, but one's the male and one's the female. The orangey ones or the pale ones. I'll double check and I'll put it on the screen. Just pulled the pot off to the side. Spilt a little bit, but the fire's still going. So I'll just get the fish seasoned and then we'll get that cooking. That's the aftermath of the shellfish feast. That was so good. Let's get the snow off the fish. I've got some salt and pepper in my pocket here. Most of it's going on, the wind is taking some of it away. Get some salt on it. This is just two loose little grills that I've got. I've fixed them together with wire. And I couldn't find my roll of wire, so I've got a safety pin at the front. And it's not really tight enough, but I'll just have to be careful when I flip it. Let's give it a wee check. Ooh, one more minute, I think that's going to be good. Glad I brought these for the lid of the pot, and it's handy so I don't burn my fingers on this little grill either. Oh, perfect. Slide it away from the heat a little bit. Hopefully it's not too stuck to the grill. Well, it is. I'll try and free it up with a fork. That's not too bad. I've got most of it freed up. A couple of little flakes we're losing, but nothing really. Whoa, that smoke's going right in my face again. Oh, perfect. Leave that one there. Have this one first. A little bit of snow in the bowl. To be expected though. Oh, perfect. Beautiful flaky fish. good. Let's get this other one off. Oh, it's came apart a little bit. Oh, what? Can't beat fresh fish cooked on the fire. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.